decided to join me by the fire for another scary story. Very well. This story is called Thing in the Cabin. The old man was weak and sick. His body wouldn't last much longer. I made the old man get up and walk to the window. He looked out and saw them standing there in the snow. There were 4 hunters gathered outside the cabin. I saw them too through his eyes. The hunters carried long guns, and they were shivering with the cold. One of them walked up and banged on the door. "Hello in there," he shouted. "Hello, we're lost and we need a place to stay for the night." I pulled the old man away from the window and made him bar the door. "We have a little money we can give you," the hunter shouted. "We just need a warm place to spend the night and a little food if you can spare it. We're freezing to death out here." I made the old man throw another log on the fire. "You don't need to be scared of us," the hunter said. "We'll leave our guns outside. We don't mean you any harm." I made the old man pick up his rifle and aim it through a slit in the cabin door. Then I giggled as I made him pull the trigger. There was a loud bang and one of the hunters dropped in the snow. He didn't know what hit him. The others were taken off guard. They dragged their friend's body away and took cover behind the trees. Gunshots exploded, ripping through the wooden door and breaking some of the windows. I released my hold on the old man's brain and he collapsed in a heap on the floor. I flew up the chimney and soared above the cabin. The gunshots stopped and the hunters retreated. They would be back. I flew high above the treetops and followed them. When they stopped, I drifted down and landed in the branches of a tall tree. The hunters were below me. They were setting up camp and building a fire. There was 3 of them now, a fat one, a skinny one, and a bearded one. The dead one lay nearby, staining the snow red with his blood. I had no use for him. The bearded one chopped wood with his axe. He looked healthy and strong. The skinny one was struggling to light the fire, while the fat one sat there and watched. I listened as the fat one spoke to the others. He told them that they would camp there for the night, and in the morning they would attack the cabin and kill the old man. I sat there in the branches of the trees and waited for the night to come. When it was dark, the men curled up around their blazing fire and tried to get some sleep. I waited until they were lying still, and then I dropped down noiselessly into the snow. I crept towards the fat man who was wrapped up in his fur coat, snoring peacefully. Slowly, I reached out and took hold of the fat man's mind. I made him get up and walk over to where the dead man lay in the snow. I made him kneel down beside the corpse and take out his hunting knife. Then, I made him saw through the neck of his dead friend. When he was done, I made him smear his face with blood. Then I made him pick up the severed head and carry it back to the fire. I released my hold on the fat man's mind, and that's where I left him, standing in front of the fire, smeared with blood and holding the dead man's severed head. When he looked down and saw the head, he screamed and woke the others. They scrambled to their feet and stared in horror at the severed head in the fat man's clutches. I watched it all from the safety of the trees. There were shouts and more screams as the skinny one and the bearded one grabbed their guns and blasted the fat man until he lay in a bloody heap on the snow. Now there were only 2. They sat by the fire and waited. I watched and waited too. They were waiting for dawn to arrive. Then they would attack the cabin and kill the old man. The bearded one threw more wood onto the fire. He was too scared to sleep. The skinny one was weaker. He lay down and closed his eyes. I took my chance, creeping up to the skinny one and reaching into his mind. I made him take out his hunting knife. I made him slowly get to his feet. The bearded one stared at us, wondering what was going on. I made the skinny one leap across the flames and attack the bearded one. The skinny one was weak, and the bearded one was too strong for him. I knew he would lose the fight. I released his mind and flew into the trees to watch from a safe distance. There was a fierce struggle, but in the end, the bearded one prevailed. He plunged the hunting knife into his friend's chest and left the skinny one to bleed out in the snow. Now there was only one. I flew back to the cabin and slipped down the chimney. The old man lay on the floor where I left him. I took hold of his mind again and we searched through the cabin. There was not much in the place that I could use. In a rusty metal box, I found a pair of garden shears. The handles were rusty, but the blades were still sharp. I made the old man pick them up. I made him look out of the window and, through his eyes, I saw the bearded man across the snow, his gun at the ready. "Come out, old man," the bearded man cried. "Come out or I will kill you." He fired his gun and a bullet ripped through the cabin door. I made the old man shout, "Okay, I'm coming out." I made him open the garden shears and place the blades at either side of his neck. Then I made him throw open the door and walk out into the sunlight. When the bearded one saw him, he stopped in his tracks and raised his gun. "What are you up to, old man?" he demanded. The old man didn't say a word. I wouldn't let him. The bearded man cautiously approached. "Why did you have to start shooting at us?" he asked. "We didn't mean you any harm. We just needed a place to stay." The old man resisted me, and for a moment I lost control. A thin wail escaped his lips. "Help me," he begged. I regained control of his mind. Summoning all the strength he had in his withered arms, I made him slam the handles of the shears together. The blades snapped together, slicing off his head. It fell to the ground with a thud. Then his body crumbled and collapsed in a bloody heap. My grip on his mind was broken, and I floated upwards. The bearded one was so shocked and stunned that all he could do was stare in horror at the terrible sight. I took advantage of his momentary weakness, dropping onto his shoulders and reaching into his brain to take charge. Now he was mine. After we dragged the bodies into the cabin, we feasted on the remains until I was satiated. I made the bearded man throw another log on the fire, and we sat there in the rocking chair. Together we rocked, back and forth, enjoying the heat from the roaring flames. The bearded man was strong and healthy. His body would last for a long time. This story is called Scarecrow. There was an old farmer in Arizona who owned the best farm in the area. Everybody said his crops were the best, and people came from all over to buy their goods from him. Whenever people asked him how he was able to grow such good quality crops, the old farmer would say it was all down to his scarecrow. "That old scarecrow is the one I have to thank," said the farmer. "He makes sure no crows or critters or pests come near my crops." The old farmer had built the scarecrow himself, and it was a fearsome sight. He spent months working on it to make it as scary as possible. He knew how important it was to keep pests away from his crops, so he gave it enormous straw arms and stretched out about 6 feet, and big long legs that made it as tall as a tree. But the scariest thing about the scarecrow was its head. The farmer carved it himself out of a huge pumpkin. He spent countless days and nights perfecting its design until it was perfect. The scarecrow's face and head was so grotesque and ugly that even he was sometimes scared to look at it. But it was very effective, scaring away every rodent and bird that ventured near. drive him out of business, they could take over his farm and make more money. So one night, the brothers decided to sneak into the old farmer's land. They stole his prize scarecrow and brought it back to their house, where they stuffed it into an old closet so nobody would ever find it. The next day, the farmer woke up to find his hideous scarecrow missing and all his crops being eaten by rats and crows. He fell to his knees and cried, knowing that his farm would soon be out of business. Meanwhile, the brothers, Josh and Harold, were watching from their property and couldn't help laughing out loud when they saw the old man's tears of grief. Hearing the laughter, the old farmer came over and asked them if they knew what had happened to his scarecrow. The brothers looked him right in the eye and said they had no idea where his precious scarecrow might be. "But you know I'll go out of business and have to sell my farm if I can't find my scarecrow," said the farmer. Josh laughed in his face, saying, "That's your tough luck, isn't it?" "Sucks to be you," giggled Harold. The old farmer walked slowly back to his house, his head hanging down in defeat and despair. That night, Josh and Harold had trouble sleeping. Not because they felt any remorse, but because they couldn't get the image of the scarecrow's horrible, twisted face out of their minds. They decided they would never be able to sleep as long as that ugly pumpkin head was in their house. So they got up and dragged the scarecrow out of the closet. Harold took a baseball bat and smashed the crow's head into pieces until all that was left was little pumpkin bits strewn around the floor. The brothers swept up the pumpkin head pieces and threw them in the trash. Then they went back to bed and were soon fast asleep, having put all thoughts of the disgusting scarecrow face out of their heads. Sometime after midnight, Josh and Harold were awoken by the sound of scratching and clawing at their bedroom door. "Did you forget to put the dog out?" asked Harold sleepily. We don't have a dog," stammered Josh. Suddenly, the bedroom door burst open, and a solitary long straw arm snaked into the opening. Then a second arm thrashed around, followed by two long stick legs. The two brothers were frozen in fear, and they could only look with horror as the headless scarecrow's body rose up, and its long stick legs and its long stick arms reached out for them in the darkness. Harold felt a cold, sinewy straw close around his ankle and screamed as loud as he could. He begged his brother Josh to help him, but Josh was already running out of the bedroom. Fleeing in terror, he ran down the hallway, crashed through the front door, and onto the moonlit road. He ran as fast as his legs would carry him, puffing and panting and screaming at the top of his voice. As he passed his neighbor's house, he saw the old farmer standing at his gate. In the moonlight, he could see the farmer just staring at him with a strange smile on his face. Josh kept running, his bare feet slapping against the rough gravel road. He glanced back over his shoulder and saw something that scared him to his very soul. He saw the scarecrow running along the road beside him. It was gaining on him, coming closer and closer. And that wasn't all he saw. He noticed that the scarecrow had a brand new head, and it looked a lot like Harold. The end. And this final story is called The Old Man. The old man lived all alone in an ancient crumbling house near the sea. His garden was overgrown and neglected, and his house was surrounded by old and gnarled trees. He was a recluse and rarely ventured out of his home. No one knew his name or where he came from. Those who saw him said he had long black hair, a wrinkled, leathery face, and dark, piercing eyes. Sometimes, neighbors would see him hobbling around on a cane. The old man was rumored to be both times whenever they passed his house. Sometimes they would even throw rocks at his house and break the window panes of his dwelling. Occasionally, some of the older kids would steal up to the house and peer into the dusty windows just to catch a glimpse of him. One night, 3 criminals decided to rob the old man. They parked their car outside his house and sat there in the darkness, waiting until the time was right. Their plan was to threaten the old man and make him tell them where his fortune was hidden. If that didn't work, they would beat it out of him. The moon was shining down on the ancient house, and the wind was blowing through the branches of the old and gnarled trees. When the lights in the house went off, 2 of the criminals got out of the car and made their way up to the front door. They put on black masks to cover their faces and rang the doorbell. The 3rd criminal sat in the car, waiting nervously for his companions to return. He kept checking his watch and wondering what was taking him so long. Just after midnight, he heard hideous screams coming from inside the ancient house. He hoped they didn't beat the old man to death. If he died before they could reveal where his treasure was hidden, they would have to search the whole house from top to bottom. That could take all night. Just then, he heard footsteps coming down the path and the sound of someone opening the lock on the gate. In the dim glow of the streetlights, he strained his eyes to see, but when he looked, he didn't see what he expected. The next morning, an abandoned car was found parked outside the old man's house. The police checked the license plates and discovered that it had been stolen. They returned it to its rightful owner. A few days later, 3 unidentified bodies washed up on the beach. The corpses were horribly mangled and mutilated. Every single bone in their body had been broken, and their heads were crushed beyond recognition. The 3 bodies had been reduced to little more than 3 rubbery piles of flesh. The discovery of the bodies on the beach caused a lot of excitement in the little seaside town. That summer, it was all anyone could talk about, and nobody could figure out who they were or what had happened to them. Still, whenever people passed by the old man's house, they felt a little involuntary shiver of fear run down their spines. Young boys didn't shout at the old man or call him names anymore, and nobody dared sneak up to his house and peer in his windows for fear of what they might see. The end. Thank you for joining me by the fire once again, and I hope you enjoyed these scary stories. If they haven't scared you too much, perhaps next time